Morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. Kevin Lopez here from Personal Tutors, bringing to you a hilarious chapter by Satyajit Ray, Patol Babu film star. To be frank, friends, we have got books, we have got plays, we have got movie made on this chapter. You would find it on YouTube, you would find it everywhere on the web, and trust me, you would die your heart laughing out, really. Patol Babu. I just can't stop myself from laughing out, thinking about this 52-year-old baldy who dreams of becoming a movie star. Wonderfully explained by Satyajit Ray, the famous movie maker. And just cannot imagine. It's a story that we can anticipate wholeheartedly, open-mindedly, and just enjoy. I really find briefing this chapter hilarious and joyful because it contains the explicitity of a human mind. Patol Babu, all his life, had been into jatras, had been into plays, had been into all sort of drama, theatre, yet the irony of life made him work as a clerk in the office simply to earn money. It starts one fine morning. Our dearest Patol Babu, carrying a bag over his shoulder, walking around and trying to reach his home, the bag full of probably vegetables and the groceries, is encountered by Nishikanto Babu, a person who lived 3 houses near to Patol Babu's residence. Nishikanto Babu incidentally stops Patol Babu and says, "This Babu sounds really sweet, friends," and calls him to give him a moment. Incidentally, Patol Babu, being a bit reluctant, finds it amusing yet stops. Alas. Nishikanto Babu explains it to Patol Babu that his nephew is in the city and is looking forward to make a movie in which they require a old bald person to act. Wow, that was a dream Patol Babu had dreamt all his life. He really felt amused, and the glory of sudden blissful environment, flowers and breeze came up to him. He was going to act in a movie. Patol Babu felt excited with the thought of acting in a movie. So our dear Patol Babu, lost in his thoughts, encounters the moment as if he really has transformed into an actor, and eagerly waits for Naresh, the nephew, who is arriving with a thought. Sometime later, Naresh comes to Patol Babu and introduces himself, letting him know about the intentions of him getting a movie set up or shot in Calcutta, and inviting Patol Babu to act in it. Thus giving a brief notion, Patol Babu already was emancipated in his thoughts and was on cloud 7 about the movie that he was being called to act in as a movie star. Our dearest Patol Babu discusses about the wearing the brown dress, how would it be looking on him, and everything that the attire has decided. He moves ahead and reaches home and evidently asks his wife about the brown jacket that he would be wearing and acting in a movie. Patol Babu's wife incidentally thinks that he has sat drinking today since the morning. She evidently does not believe in our dearest 52-year-old Baldy acting in the movie and becoming a movie star, thus ignoring the plea of Patol Babu to take out the dress, which evidently she does, and amuses herself at the hilarious situation. Now, the third part of the story comes. Our dearest Patol Babu walks towards where the shooting was going on. He finds people surrounding the area like bees. There's no place to get in, no how anyone can lead in, even the camera is surrounded by people around it. And there was Naresh standing at the gate. Patol Babu introduces himself to be very punctual and be ready for the movie. He visits Naresh, who appreciates his punctuality, thus leading Patol Babu into a different notion of introducing himself as to be an employee of a company for 4 long years, never late, always punctual, yet he was kicked out during the Second World War. Patol Babu was asked to stand at the side while the famous director starts giving out notions. Then there was this shot going on in which the director shouts, "Silence!" and everything was silent. They start working around, they start making the shot. A young person getting out of the car, walking towards the office, and suddenly stopping. Cut! Comes in the order. Perfect shot. So this was scene 1. Patol Babu was emancipating about every other thing that he sees, and he looks forward to emancipate his role as well. Suddenly, Patol Babu realizes, what are my dialogues? He's acting in a movie. He does not know his dialogues. Bit perplexed, he tries to reach Naresh, asking him for his dialogues. Naresh thus says, "You'll get your dialogue. Wait for a moment," addressing him to a third person. He addressing him to a fourth girl who writes the dialogue of Patol Babu on a piece of a paper and gives it. Patol Babu, thinking about his role being extra cautious and acting in a movie by a famous director, opens the chit and finds the dialogue to be, "Oh, our dearest Patol Babu is taken aback, thinking that is there a prank being played with him? A movie star given a dialogue, oh." So dear Patol Babu goes sad, filled with anger, literally abuses the director and Naresh and everyone around about the situation that he's encountering, getting a dialogue of, "Oh." Friends, this is the turning point where he literally throws the paper and wants to move out, thus remembers his mentor's words, Patol, no matter what role you get, no role is small. Thus Patol Babu is filled with anticipation and excitement. Again, the grief, the sorrow, the anger lost, and the anticipation of the using the dialogue, oh, comes around. He was explained the shot that he would be walking by and getting hit by Chanchal Kumar, the actor, and thus falling down and saying, oh. So our dear Patol Babu starts repeating the word in various notions. Oh, 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 oh. People around thinking he's gone mad, trying to repeat oh again and again. Our dearest Patol Babu thus finally convinced himself and encounters about various aspects. He improvises him by adding up a moustache, getting a newspaper while getting hit so that the role would be evident and attractive enough and would be having a depth. So he's a 52-year-old man, a baldy, anticipating the role and trying to envisage it with his involvements. He beautifully calculates the number of steps that he'll be taking, the number of steps the Chanchal, the actor, would be taking, and thus getting stuck. Finally, the moment comes. Lights, camera, action. Patol Babu starts walking around, reading the newspaper. Bang! Gets hit by Chanchal. Loses his senses, falls on the ground. Stars and birds sparkling around, and manages to say, oh, the painful oh. Cut comes to, sorry. Patol even goes ahead and asks the director that how did he do it, getting a reply of brilliantly and marvelously giving it a shot. Our dearest old Patol Babu feels really happy at this very thought that he has worked a role of perfectionist. He himself has reached the place where the epitome of his acting career landed him with a famous director and an upcoming actor, thus giving him a feeling of enthusiasm. In fact, Patol Babu was so enthusiastic that he left the place without even taking the pay. Obviously, he would be getting a hard time explaining this to his wife at home. So this is a story about human nature. Satyajit Ray, the famous movie maker, hailed from a Bangla background. Movies such as Pather Panchali and quite numerous plays and acts usually took the age-old Bengali custom in his plays, in his movies. He beautifully encompasses the life of a common man in his movies and plays and stories. Here, our dearest Patol Babu is a simple office clerk who is working in an office, having a wife, living a normal life of a middle-class person, suddenly given a notion of becoming a movie star. Thus, the impression of becoming a movie star for a middle-class person is beautifully depicted in this story, Patol Babu, film star. Let's have a look at a few question and answers. What were the special touches that Patol Babu gave in his role to make it more authentic? Patol Babu rehearsed the exact number of steps before hitting Chanchal Kumar. As well as he added a grey moustache to give a look of an old person and requested for newspaper as well that would suit the moment, thus giving a notion of having his mind somewhere else while getting crashed into the superstar, making his role more authentic. Why did Mr. Malik turn down Patol Babu's request for a rehearsal? Patol Babu requested the director Mr. Malik for a rehearsal, which he denied because the cloud conditions were not favorable and the sun was about to be covered by a big patch of cloud that would have given less daylight to shoot during the day hour. How do we know that Patol Babu was a meticulous man? Although Patol Babu was a talented person, he worked in a lot of jatras, plays, dramas, and wherever the theatre act would be working around his society even. Yet this sweet little old fellow did not anticipate much. He knew the harsh realities of a common man, that is earning, having a family, setting up a life, and the daily routines. He emancipated the thought of acting in the movie. He even asked his wife for ginger juice so that his throat would be good, so that he would be giving dialogues perfectly. And getting up home, he even practiced the variations in the dialogues. And emancipated the puny tiny role humongously. Seems to be a bit confused. A mixed up sort of guy who's got all sort of things running around in the head at the same time, thus giving the notion of him being a meticulous man. Who was Mr. Pakrashi, and how do his words help Patol Babu in enacting his role? Mr. Pakrashi was basically Patol Babu's mentor during his theatre time, during his dramatic, or we can say the adolescence, the college era. He had always said to Patol Babu that whatever role he gets is not a small role. Thus Patol getting a notion and enacting today. Or else he was about to leave when he saw the beautifully written dialogue. Oh, sounds really hilarious to me, guys. How does Patol Babu reconcile to the dialogue given to him? Initially, Patol Babu was taken aback by a simple "oh." He was sad about that. He's looking forward to leave the sets, yet on getting a notion from his mentor, he beautifully reacts to it and offers the things back and works on making it a lovely notion. Why had Patol Babu lost his first job in Calcutta? Patol Babu used to work in Hudson and Kimberley, a company, lost his job because of the Second World War and quite a number of employees being taken out due to the shortage in the company. How did Patol Babu react and why? Patol Babu reacted in the first instance at the time of an offer of acting being offered. He was taken aback, like his dreams coming true, unbelievable thought of a 52-year-old man being offered a movie. The second reaction was when he received this beautifully written dialogue that was a tedious task to remember. What was the news that Nishikanto Ghosh gave Patol Babu? Nishikanto Ghosh, the person, informed Patol Babu about his nephew making a movie and searching for a old person who would be acting into that. And Patol Babu being the exact person that would be meeting the appearance, just giving things up. So this was a beautiful story written by Shri Satyajit Ray. I would pay homages to this man. Patol Babu film star. We just discussed a few question and answers. If you have any more question and answers, please comment below and we would reply you back personally. If you want to know something about personal tutors that has been mentoring and offering you online solutions and summarizing the chapters for you, just click the button about us and you'll get to know about personal tutors. Have some queries for me? You can personally address me as Kevin. If you want to have some data online, we can also provide it to you online. If you want to go ahead and have data in pen drive, we can even provide it to your pen drive that is protected. So this was a beautiful, hilarious chapter. Thanks once again, and I'll see you very soon, guys. Remember one more thing, if you want to know about a number, you can just call us. So thanking you, today it's Kevin.